Welcome everyone here on SpeedGaming to yet another race from the Metroid Prime Randomizer Mentor Tournament. We do have the race between Drieky and MetroidMaster today, I believe from the lower bracket. They are off already, so we will be starting soon here. No runners agreement, so normal settings. Starting off with the dash to alcove. Nicely done by both of our players. And we do start out with some missiles, which are an expansion, so we do have something on Hype Toad. Most likely we will take these to Artifact Temple though, because why not? So we do have some early hints then. Okay, MetroidMaster not even going to Artifact Temple? That's a choice. Checking out Transport Tunnel B first. What do we have in Artifact Temple? A flamethrower. Okay, what do our hints say? We have Tower of Light. Ice Ruins East, so either Spider or Plasma. Magma Workstation, nice and easy. Crossway, also somewhat nice to get. Biohazard Containment, so frigate it is today. And Burno. So actually not two terrible artifacts, the most annoying one by far being Biohazard Containment. So yeah, could be a quick seed. But as we have come to know from this tournament, just because it looks quick, it does not mean like this cannot be some horrible abomination. So let's see what we will come across. Master, no. Getting the flamethrower, also picking up the artifact hints. I unfortunately missed what was in Transport Tunnel B. Hopefully Drieky will show that for us. Looks like, yeah, we'll be getting a second look at it. Power bomb expansion. Okay, interesting. Somewhat nice to have an early explosive for stuff like Ruin Shrine if we were forced to go there early. To be struggling it's a little bit with the standable dot space jump. Get it done now. Power bomb. picked up for Drieky too. And now we are making our way over to Hive Totem because our logic probably expects us to go there. We do not have Morph Ball yet, so Ruin Shrine doing it as a sequence break. I mean, sure, could be just launcher on Hive Totem and then being Morph Ball and Ruin Shrine. But also our Power Bomb expansion does not mean we are supposed to use Power Bombs yet in logic, but we would need the main module for that. So overall, Ruin Shrine probably not the best option. Was that a visor or space jump on Grapple Edge? It's not easy to see on the restream. At least looked like some missiles in half pipe, and I couldn't quite catch Wall Edge. And as expected, both Oliners on the way to Hive Totem. Checking out Ruined Gallery on the way. There's a missile expansion here. Interesting that MetroidMaster shoots the blast caps here, so we'll be not going for the peak for Gallery Tunnel. More missiles over on Nursery. Yeah, Drieky having lost a bit of health, has to be slightly careful here. And there is our Morph Ball on Hive Totem and an E-Tank behind the wall. MetroidMaster taken that opportunity to go through and check out Vault most likely, get to Vault Ledge. Drieky trying here for the Hive Totem Gip. Felix is standing a little bit too far away from the bridge for my tastes, but yeah, nonetheless gets it. And also now with the Morph Ball. And it was Space Jump here over on Vault Ledge, so yeah, we like to have that. And yeah, looks like MetroidMaster is also wanting to pick up whatever is on Grapple Edge, which was just a missile expansion, okay. I mean, sure, it's another missile. Or not. Also a missile in Vault. I don't think we have come across our launcher yet. Which somewhat interesting. So was there something important under the ship? Because MetroidMaster is going back. I was not able to quite catch that on the start, but it looks like MetroidMaster really wants to have it. And with good reason, that is Morph Bombs. And yeah, Drieky going over to Ruin Shrine now, checking all three items here. It's nothing up on top. And that's a spider ball in Ruin Shrine. And with that power bomb, we can still check the bottom item here, which is just a missile. So yeah, I would expect Drieky to go back for those morph bombs next, which probably means that either Nursery or Vault do have our missile launcher, and MetroidMaster is still not deciding to check Ruin Shrine. Maybe because we don't have any missiles yet, being a bit disincentivized going in on there, or by the fact that we do have an artifact on Tower of Light, so maybe wants that have wave beam before we go over there, which could be a bit unfortunate because yeah, there is that spider ball, and if that locks wave beam, which is possible, upper dynamo, for example, we can even do early plant and ghosts. We do have everything we need for that. Like, ghosts are not a logic without supers, but that does not mean that our runners are not able to do that. Drieky also going to check out Frigate Crash site, as MetroidMaster is heading over to Watery Hall. Nothing in Watery Hall access. But yeah, not having that spider ball from Ruined Shrine will be a bit unfortunate here for MetroidMaster. Just a missile on Frigate Crash side, meanwhile an E-Tank in Upper Watery Hall. Kinda nice if we want to get the lower item. And just a missile in a lower dynamo, and yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not able to peek that item this way. So yeah, we will see if that decision to not go to Ruined Shrine here will hurt MetroidMaster in the long run. Drieky having collected all the stuff from early Talana, will be also heading back here towards Jozo. MetroidMaster going for a save, or maybe not. I mean, we do have morph bombs, so we can just do we can just do Burn Dome. But yeah, speaking about ghosts, well, there are our supers. So, early ghosts, anyone for Barrier? It sure looks like the RC does want to tell us something. I mean, in Drieky's position, I probably wouldn't immediately turn around and do Flagra, but I would at least be tempted. Drieky taking safety save here. Probably not a terrible idea, given that there's the Watery Hall access item that sometimes, if you struggle a bit with the water slope jump there, you have not that much health to spare. Not that hard to die on there if you take too long. So just making sure that you don't lose this early progress. And while we do have a various suit in Burn Dome. Okay, sure. Why not? And of course, our first artifact that we knew of. So yeah, probably not much reason to not do this. And what do we have in upper dynamo? It's just a missile. Master now on the way to Furnace. Nothing in lower Furnace, literally. And looks like MetroidMaster is at least going to peak upper Furnace. Will not be able to continue without any kind of beams. Drieky is picking up those super missiles. And that looks kinda like a missile in upper Furnace. And Drieky is turning it around and probably going to do Plant and Ghosts. Or not going back for the tree? Okay, sure. Also an option. Not entirely sure how much I like that, but we'll see. Nothing in the tree. And also taking the opportunity to going back for gallery tunnel, it looks like. Which, I mean, okay. With that maybe is a bit more understandable. The tree you could have reasonably been peeking. So you could have known not to go back. That peak is quite easy to do and probably a good thing to have. And just a missile expansion in gallery tunnel. And is Drieky actually taking this towards the back entrance of Flagra? I mean, okay. If you intend to do that, then probably like to throw it a bit more. Or this decision does allow you to route things back in nicely, as MetroidMaster is now, well, has now gone back to Rune Shrine, has picked up that spider ball. And is now probably a bit worried about upper dynamo, but as far as as we know, MetroidMaster will not be missing anything there. And yep, Drieky is indeed going to plant from the backside, which this is a little bit unfortunate given that Drieky has not picked up that various suit yet, so will not be able to then go back out this way and go straight into Magmore. And I am not sure if Drieky is able to skip that barrier in Arboretum from this side, which would be the nice way to get back into Varchosa towards Burndome, where barrier is. Meanwhile, looks like MetroidMaster is actually just going to transport Tunnel B and through Root Cave into Magmore, because MetroidMaster has that various suit already. Now, interesting thing here on Drieky's side, because we have gone in to Flagra from a side the game did not expect, yeah, we are able to do this a bit differently. Those bomb slots are not the usual bomb slots, they are destructible blocks that we could just bomb away, and since we have not started the fight with the cutscene of the start, yeah, we can just bomb all these blocks from the inside without Plant doing anything, then trigger the fight start, and Plant dies immediately. For an E-tank. Okay, meanwhile, Fiery Shores has apparently nothing that MetroidMaster does want to have. Couldn't quite catch it. Shore Tunnel has a wave beam. Okay then. Means our main power bombs have to be somewhere. That's a nice find for MetroidMaster. Which depending on which check-in Ice Ruins East the artifact is in, we are pretty close to being in hint mode. Oh, speaking of our main power bombs, there they are. Storage cavern, just a missile. And MetroidMaster thing says swap. Might pick that up. And we do have just missiles on plant. That feels a bit bad for Drieky, but has not gotten anything important from the spec track, so can just go back to the save before and do Burn Dome, get that barrier, then follow MetroidMaster into Magmore. Unfortunately, though, that means, yeah, Drieky has lost quite a bit of time. That is not likely and it's not likely that MetroidMaster is gonna go to plant at some point. I definitely do not blame Drieky here for just going straight up to plant. It was in logic, completely. Like, with an asterisk, given that we have found our missile launcher at some point, which I think has to be involved by this point. But that wouldn't really matter for plant anyway. You couldn't go there without having found launcher anyway. Maybe because Drieky knew that Burn Dome was an artifact and has just one more check on there, was a bit disincentivized to go there immediately. On the other side, you could have said, well, it has an artifact, I need to do it anyway, so might as well do it first. Hard to say. But for now, it does look like MetroidMaster isn't quite a solid lead. I have not paid enough attention to... Oh wait, no. MetroidMaster's main power bomb, so there should be no problem with Warrior Shrine and Upper Fiery Shores at all. Here's the missile and Warrior Shrine. And more missiles. And more Warrior Shrine. There's artifact number 1 for Drieky. Is probably gonna be tempted to still check out Furnace, given that we do have Spider Ball. Yep. The MetroidMaster does have a good head start here on going to Fendra now. And again, depending on where the artifact in Ice Ruins East is, we might be very close to being in mode. At that point, the only thing really missing would be Ice Beam and Gravity Suit to get that artifact from Biohazard Containment. We might not even really need Gravity for that. We just continue through the entire frigate. Okay, what's here on Shorelines? Drieky getting bad news that Spider Ball does not really lead to anything right now. Meanwhile, MetroidMaster can check out what's in the Lighthouse. That might really look interesting enough to go there right now. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is not. It looked kind of like a map. Drieky will be now on the way over to Madmore. Pick up main power bombs and wave beam. And then probably head also into Fendra. Okay. MetroidMaster on the way to check Chapel of the Elders. does not seem interested. And looks like Drieky is trying to do the root cave dash. One small nitpick I had with this year, if you are going to attempt it, probably better to just missile that enemy on the other side though, because even if you do manage to get the dash, that one can kick you back down, and that feels bad if that happens. So, unless you are very, very confident in not getting down after getting a dash, probably better to just get rid of that enemy. Okay. Important point in time. Do we need plasma beam for our artifacts? Or for our artifact here, rather. Nope, we do not. We can just pick up artifact number 2 right here and now. So that leaves workstation, crossway, and I don't quite remember where the last easy one is besides from that one in Biohazard containment. Drieky stumbling across the wave beam. Tower of Light was there. Couldn't quite catch that. Kind of looked like a pretty dark nothing. And ice runs west. Pretty sure it was also nothing, and ice runs east behind our eyes. So yeah. Remaining questions are pretty much where's ice? Where's plasma? Where's that gravity suit? That MetroidMaster. Not interested what's in Canyon. We'll be moving on towards Ruin Courtyard. And I mean, there's not too many checks left where something has to be. Have we seen Antechamber? No, we have not, because we just recently picked up Wave Beam here and Magmore on either side. So there was no good timing to be over in late Shozo and have that Wave Beam yet. Picking up those main power bombs. MetroidMaster going for a save here. You do have a few options that you can do. Go into Stardust. We do have supers. Research Lab Hydra is in logic. Again, we do have supers. And MetroidMaster seems undecided. Maybe has forgotten to check the Ruin Courtyard. That's probably something you don't want to forget. But it's just a missile, so wouldn't have hurt. So we know Crossway is an item, so in late Shozo there's only Antechamber left that could have Vanilla Ice. MetroidMaster still has that upper dynamo item that could be potentially lead them back there. Also has not done either Ghost or Plant. Would probably be correct to say Plant and Ghost in that order. So has enough checks in shelves left. There's also the Tower Chamber item. Tower of Light. Aside from that, yeah, it's, I think, basically just Research Lab Hydra and Quarantine Monitor left for the logically available checks. And we would need Thermal for starters. MetroidMaster in Research Lab Hydra. What do we have here? A Plasma Beam in Research Lab Hydra. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, and MetroidMaster turning around. Rest of labs not in logic yet. We have no particular reason to go in there right now. And granted, that doesn't really do a lot for us. There is Chozo Ice Temple. I'm pretty sure MetroidMaster did not attempt to keep that. Looks like that's probably where MetroidMaster is heading with that Plasma Beam. Because again, we don't have that many checks left, and Magma Workstation is another artifact, so that one is out. Oh, it was Ice Beaming. Okay, now that makes even more sense. That was hard to see here on the commentary screen. But yeah, this definitely changes a lot of things. Because, yeah, we are now in pretty much phase-on suit mode. Or hint mode, or however you want to call that. With an asterisk, we do need that artifact from biohazard containment, so yeah, you would need to do Frigate Gravityless, which I'm pretty sure is expected in the logic to go through. There's nothing in Chozo Ice Temple, so yeah, not much more that we are supposed to find here. But yeah, best course of action would probably now be artifact cleanup for now. And then it depends on how comfortable are you with saying, okay, I can get that artifact from biohazard containment and get back out of the frigate. Because if you can, we can collect all 6 artifacts. Speaking of, Drieky coming across the news that there will be artifact number 2 collected. Yeah, MetroidMaster going back with the warp to start. Decides to take a save here. Wonder what that signifies. Gonna do Fart Chozo. Or is this an attempt to just get that frigate, that biohazard containment artifact first, because if it is, I mean, sure, it is the only one that is kinda in question right now. Nope, just check on frigate crash site apparently. Yeah, MetroidMaster has not been here. Wonder if Drieky is gonna go for that peak of Joe's Ice Temple. Now MetroidMaster going into Chozo, most likely going for the Tower of Light artifact. We do have Tower Chamber 2, that we can check for a potential gravity seal that would make things a bit faster. There is the Crossway artifact too. So you could have thought about doing a frigate crash site climb there on MetroidMaster's end. You would have gotten overgrown cavern that way. And also being able to check Elder Chamber, or Hall of the Elders and Elder Chamber. But again, depending on how comfortable if you are with gravityless frigate, you could just reasonably be in go mode here. Master going to peak. Oh no, not going to peak, just shooting down the first. Yeah, just entirely doing the Tower of Light and not going for the dashes, which, I mean, we know the artifact is up there, and if you are not comfortable with dashes, no harm in just doing it vanilla. For Drieky, there will be now decision time. Drieky getting the info about ice being plasma locked. So we should know there's not much left where that plasma beam can be. Just an E-Tank and Tower Chamber, which, I mean, it's only our 5th, so probably still some nice side pickup. And MetroidMaster double checking artifacts. The ones left are Workstation, Crossway, and Biohazard Containment. Drieky also going for the save here. Let's see if Drieky is also going into labs. Find that plasma beam. Or Drieky might be tempted to go Stardust and Quarantine Monitor. Does not look like it. Turning right. And yeah, Drieky on the way to get Plasma Beam will be turning around to get Ice Beam, and then probably join MetroidMaster in doing artifact cleanup. So yeah, pretty much identical routing from both our runners after the start here, with the sole divergence being Drieky, after picking up those super missiles, going back for the tree, gallery tunnel, and doing Land and Ghosts, which all of them had nothing. And MetroidMaster unlikely to be doing them at any point. Therefore, Drieky falling behind quite a bit there. Now, we do not know where Phased Seal is, so there's still a few things that can happen. MetroidMaster on the way to get that workstation artifact. Falling down a bit too early there though. Getting across. Drieky picking up Plasma Beam. Immediately turning around to go pick up that Ice Beam. There's an interesting question for Drieky here. If you are familiar with the Thardus skill, you could attempt it, check Q1, and then go to workstation that way, get that artifact. Could also do Thardus if you want to. You have Plasma now, you have Power Bombs. Might not be in logic yet, but we do need to know that either thermal or gravity will be in play at some point. So it looks like Drieky is, with not having done the shows or ice transitions either, likely pulling out a similar route as MetroidMaster. Two artifacts left for MetroidMaster, Crossway and Biohazard Containment. And Drieky going back up here, so this could be either or Drieky going for Labs or for Thardus here. I mean, labs are in logic from the backside now, so if you are able with the observatory there, you can get all those checks in logic. Or all those checks that are in logic, even if you're not doing it the way you're supposed to do. And looks like we do have MetroidMaster here going into Parfendrana. Huh. Looking for gravity, I assume. Because that's the only thing we are missing. And Drieky is going through labs. Interesting decisions on either side here. Okay, Frost Cave. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, scanning the item is probably a good idea. Ice Spreader. Unfortunate. Probably not worth picking that up. We do not really have grapple anyway, so we wouldn't have to make a dash. Which you could do, but Ice Spreader does not really save that much time. And if you're not very comfortable with the dash and getting back out and stuff, then you might at this point actually lose more time trying to get out rather than it actually will save you in the end in the exercise. Okay, Observatory dash here for Drieky. Not quite. MetroidMaster. Skipping storage and security cave, or did I just completely miss them? I mean, it has no grapple, so... If you're not familiar with the dash, or the standables going to the top, I'm not confident in them. And Drieky struggling a bit here with the Observatory dash. Meanwhile, MetroidMaster going into Gravity Chamber without gravity, so will have to get out without gravity. Drieky gets the dash, just a missile on the water. So now, not getting that R dash, and Drieky, or MetroidMaster resetting out of Farfan. So MetroidMaster going back up the elevator, probably check Humon. And Drieky is saying, well, this observatory dash doesn't really want to work the way that I wanted to, so let's just not do it. And no, MetroidMaster not going to Humon. Is probably gonna go to the lab from the back. Something that might Drieky now do too here. Or maybe Stardust. We'll see. Drieky has made a save on the upper observatory save. That is smart if you're not comfortable with getting over there. I do like myself to do that too. Yeah. I guess a nice safety to have. MetroidMaster not interested in the lower item on research filter. Maybe going for the fight skip and gets it here in control tower. What do we have on the morph track? Looks like a missile. Question, are any visors known yet? Not that I would know of. Pretty sure we have not seen any visor yet. We do know that either gravity or thermal has to be around somewhere for biohazard containment. Probably both. The missile and control tower as they're gonna do a high five, and we do get to see a vanilla control tower. Doing this requires plasma beam, which it is just easily skippable by just jumping over the fence there and shooting a missile from the side, which is a trick that a lot of runners learn earlier than later, because it is just so useful to be able to skip plasma beam to get that item, not have to isolate it, because you are not able to peek it otherwise too. But I mean, if you have plasma, you can do it vanilla. Why not? Might not be necessarily the fastest thing to do, but if you're also not that consistent in getting the missile across, then doing it vanilla can actually be faster for yourself. Drieky. Is gonna check human. Is not going into Forfan right now. Might be doing it after this, but will likely want to pick up that Magma workstation artifact anyway. And I do think we will be now seeing that frigate climb from... Oh, Drieky just straight up doing Thardas. Okay then. We do not have grappler, right? I completely forgot about that fact, so Cuman is actually not on play yet. Which makes me wonder with this Thardas play, I don't know. Like, we have a few artifacts to clean up here that have checks by the side of them. And MetroidMaster going into front from Chozo again. Maybe he wants to do plant here, which would give Drieky back a bit of time here, but nope, turning around. And you can go this way to Fort Chozo. Doing it this way also lets you end up closer to a safe station having that artifact. But I feel like personally I would maybe prefer the frigate climb. Although, on the other hand, you can just route this into frigate, and hopefully, or ideally, you find gravity on the Y. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, the longer I think about it, maybe it isn't that terrible a decision. For MetroidMaster, going for Hall of the Elders first. Hopefully it does not forget about the artifact in Crossway. That would be unfortunate. Drieky going for the power bomb finish on TARDIS for a missile expansion. Yeah, this does not really feel like it was worth it. And now Drieky going into Far Fendrana. If Drieky is comfortable with skipping the grapple there, oh, Wave Buster in Hall of the Elders. So we do have all the beam combos except for the one we probably would like the most for Exo. I mean, we do have stuff, so maybe that's not true, but... we do have the two that are not as useful as the third one. And nothing in Elder Chamber. Yep, MetroidMaster going over to Antechamber. But... like... call me crazy or ignorant or forgetful, but I cannot remember MetroidMaster going to Crossway. So... MetroidMaster is not having as many artifacts as he should have at this point. As they should have. Yeah, that feels... I mean, there are definitely a lot of routing decisions and I'm no expert on it quite yet, but that definitely feels like a mistake. I mean, of course, if you are not able to do the jump, and you do look for Spider Ball, that's fair. It does make sense. Like maybe I'm a bit spoiled by how well some of the mentees in the tournament are already playing. Crossway definitely, even without foosball, has been one of the tricks that I've seen quite a lot. There's grapple beam in Overgrown Cavern. Oh. This feels just unfortunate, as Drieky is getting that slope jump up the tree to skip up grapple. Drieky? Yeah, I wanted to say no storage cavern? Which, I mean, just a missile. So 2 ways to do this here for Drieky now. Either good hard jump, like this, or there's a standable to the right side. And Security Cave has just more missiles, so MetroidMaster not missing out on anything here in Far Friend Runner so far. Yeah, if we are also looking for boost ball, because we don't want to do the base jump collection of the crossway artifact, this could be turning into a nasty mess of a seed, because we do have mines access. And boost ball could absolutely be in there, no problem. MetroidMaster doing a save. I would assume going this way probably signals that MetroidMaster is gonna go do Plant and Ghosts, and will unfortunately not get anything out of it, which is good for Drieky. He will be getting back sometime through that. So yeah, even if the artifact count here is quite in favor of MetroidMaster, Drieky overall has been able to clear a bit more throughout. Yeah, gets the dash here. Yeah, Drieky, I wanted to say, did you check Gravity Chamber? You probably want to. MetroidMaster also going back for the upper dynamo item, which is nothing. Was it just a missile expansion? What? That was just a missile up there? Drieky trying to peek the item without falling to the water. Now has to do one of the slow jumps to get out here. Or not. Still on the upper level. Should be able to go out there. Okay. Yeah. Looks like Drieky has gotten a good enough visual though on what's in Gravity Chamber. I mean, we know that's nothing there, as MetroidMaster has scanned that earlier. It was just a missile, I believe. So yeah, Drieky done with Power Band Runner. Will be going back to Magma Workstation to collect that artifact there. And then it will be interesting to see, because if Drieky is confident in getting crossway without boost, then you would probably safe walk from there and go start collecting the remaining artifacts and do the Jozo stuff. If not, Drieky could decide to head into mines here and try to look for the boost ball there. And of course, we still need to find out where Phazon Suit is. We have no idea of where on that though. Grapple does put Magma Pool and Training Chamber into logic, Training Chamber access into logic now. And we can peek Training Chamber for Phazon Suit. Cannot be Boost Ball, but could be that Phazon Suit, or it's just in Training Chamber access. That's a huge find for MetroidMaster. Because you either need to do the Magma Pool dash or find that grapple, which, I mean, if Drieky is gonna do Frigate Crab that time, would be able to. And then route that in on the way back to Tower of Light. But it is not guaranteed that Drieky is getting that phase on suit before getting the hit. And that would put MetroidMaster in a very, very good position. Depending on where Boost Ball is and if Drieky is able to skip that. So yeah. It's like MetroidMaster is still gonna go for plan. We have still no visor. What's left? Actually, I'm not sure if either runner has checked grade 3 chamber. Aside from that, we pretty much saw everything of Fandrana. We saw at this point, I believe, everything in Chozo, including Plant and Ghost. I mean, I think, yeah, we do logically need X-ray for grade 3 chamber. But we would need X-ray at some, or logically, anyway for Essence, so it has to be available. And then, like, it is a check that you can do that could be having Boost Ball or X-ray, not X-ray, or Gravity, and you were somewhat close to it. Like, I mean, it does feel bad doing grade 3 chamber without being able to do light probe. It's just that it is an option that is still left. But yeah, aside from those things, it's pretty much just mines left. Artifact number 3 picked up for Drieky. I would assume Drieky is now going for a save wall here to start. Yeah. Yes. No? Oh, Drieky is gonna go into mines. No X-ray yet, so we are not supposed to go past MQA at this point right now. But Boost can pretty much be anywhere at this point. And Gravity can even be more anywhere. The only two checks that Gravity could not be right now is, well, I mean, Gravity could even be in Cargo Greatness, so there's, I think, only one check where Gravity at this point could not be, and that is Hydrax's tunnel. Now, granted, we would still need to find a thermal for that, but we do have a lot of checks here that are available. It just, I mean, it feels a bit weird for Drieky here, because there is no artifact in mind. So unless you do need gravity or boost ball and are finding it here in mines, which it seems likely that at least one of them is. Or a visor, which would probably certainly nice to have. Like, there is no immediate reason to go into mines. Looks like Drieky is also going towards Vent Chef first. Which, if you're looking for Boost Ball, this is a somewhat dangerous play, because Boost Ball can absolutely be in Central Dynamo, and you're supposed to go out, then back up Vent Shaft. But if you go in there without boost, then you are either forced to save or back out, if you do not find it, or go through all the way through OP, which we do not have X-ray for yet, and apparently Drieky has realized this problem and is not even checking Venture. As MetroidMaster is back into Magmore and is probably also on the way to mines. Which, I mean, at this point puts MetroidMaster probably in a considerable lead still. Because of that phase on suit. And Drieky just checking Elite Control access and then gonna go into lower mines. I'm not sure. Like, we don't have X-ray. We don't have grapple on Drieky's side. There's a lot of checks in Shozo left that are unchecked for Drieky. So yeah, you kind of force yourself into taking the save warp out, or hope that boost ball is exactly down here. Or you are comfortable in X-ray less MQA and stuff, which is not that bad, to be honest. But, I mean, you are kind of forcing yourself into these things, and there is no artifact that you gain from doing this directly. So, hard to say. Okay, Central Dynamo has an E. No, that's a visor. That is X-ray, I believe. Well then, boost on Omega Pirate, anyone? So yeah, the entirety of lower mines suddenly coming into logic here for Drieky. But it looks like Drieky's at least going for a save. Let's see if there's gonna be a warp. Nope, just a save for now. Gets it out refill. We are only on 4 E-tanks for Drieky with no save. So we should take a lot of damage here. Probably want to pick up a few more power bombs here. Plasma processing was not checked because we do not have boost ball, and That does mark quite a bit of a problem for that chick. Drieky now going also into mines. Let's see, not Drieky, MetroidMaster. Let's see if MetroidMaster maybe decides to go into upper mines first, especially given that MetroidMaster also has grapple. Meanwhile, what do we have? I was not able to identify this. It could have been an E-tank. Looks like Drieky is not interested. Okay, since MetroidMaster has fallen down here, could have definitely, and is falling in, so I definitely would like to see MetroidMaster here just peaking PCA. Especially with having the phase-on suit, so you are not even taking any damage. There's Boost Ball and Fungal Hall Access. Oh boy. So now the big question is, what do our runners need to do to get that artifact out of biohazard containment and get out with it? Easiest thing would probably find gravity suit. Also, Drieky not having grapple has to do this slightly harder way, either with a dash or with an R jump, which the latter Drieky is probably attempting. No. MetroidMaster at least checking lead control access. Let's see if they continue into upper mines or will be starting with lower mines. Looks like MetroidMaster is going up. So another divergence here. Which, especially given that MetroidMaster has grapple, I absolutely can understand. You do not have X-ray, but you do have grapple. Like everything in tells you go upper mines, not lower mines. Drieky not peeking phase on mining tunnel. Maybe not aware that you actually can peek that by just turning around after you went out. Maybe also Drieky feels in go mode now and only wants to reach a safe station. Then I also would understand not peeking it, because you do know that it cannot be phase on. That's the only other thing that Drieky would be looking for at this point. Okay. Main quarry has a gravity suit. Oh my. Yeah, so MetroidMaster is only missing the ability to get that last artifact from Crossway at this point. Okay, where's that? So we do know that Drieky will not find anything of importance down here, at least strictly in terms of strictly required things. Like, there's still the question of where's Thermal, because while we don't need it for frigate now, I think that we can just do backwards frigate. It has to be somewhere available because we would logically need it for essence. Yeah. So it needs to be somewhere. But MetroidMaster still looking for the boost ball. Not in storage depot A. And debating on elite research. A boost ball cannot be behind the laser, but it can be on the face of Pirate. And we are gonna see an Omega Pirate fight from Drieky, which we unfortunately know will not add anything of importance. Good work here on the first phase of Omega Pirate, staying out of the vision field, so then can missiles spam down those armor plates. See if Drieky is also going for that one cycle with either supers. Or maybe that plasma beam. Maybe a bit late. This could be close in terms of timing. It's going for the super strat though. It's the easier one in terms of timing. Did use 2 missiles on the first phase. You will be able then to just use 2 additional supers. Oh, so close. So close for Drieky. MetroidMaster dealing with the phase on Pirates and just a missile. Which, granted, there is not much else to find at this point. The only thing that is unaccounted for is thermal. So, begs the question now for MetroidMaster: go into lower mines first and search boost, or do frigate first? Given that we do not have boost for MetroidMaster, it is unfortunate, but you won't be able to open up the bars when you go backwards frigate. So, yeah, it's not that you can simply go frigate backwards and loop around and go back into mines. With the frigate climb. Oh, and Drieky down to 26 health. Wow. Unfortunate. Did save an MQB though, so not too terrible. And looks like an reattempt on Omega Pirate. Yeah, it was really, really unfortunate missing that one cycle. Being just a little bit too late on the first phase, with having to deal with the wave pirates, which are the most annoying ones. And MetroidMaster is gonna go for that 5th artifact here, which, I mean, feels definitely like a reasonable choice. You know you need it. You have 2 additional checks that can be boosted while you're at it here, if you find the way into frigate. second attempt for Drieky. Maybe this time, nope. Another wave pirate or another set of wave pirates. Okay, Hydra access tunnel. Has an edict. I feel like Drieky still needs to do the 2 missiles. And this time gets the 1 cycle on Omega Pirate for a missile expansion. Unfortunate. But we knew that obviously already. But no thermal on OP. Bit disappointing. Just slightly. Kind of. You do need 1 round where you shoot 2 missiles and a super, and then 2 rounds with just a single super. But you do need to put in those 2 missiles at 1 of the 3 phases with the super. Like, you don't have to do it on the first phase, you don't have to do it on the second phase, but you do have to do it on 1 phase. As Drieky showed, you can't do it on the 3rd phase if you want to. And last item for MetroidMaster in Frigate is going to be another missile expansion. Yeah. Boost is in the lower mines. And Drieky, now having taken the safe warp, will be going for Farachozo, will be able to check live growth and will not find anything for it. Well, maybe thermal. We still don't know where that is. And I believe we have seen every check aside from Great Tree Chamber, live growth, and the second check in Elite Research for both levels. Nice frigate climb here for Drieky. Starting to see this variant a bit more often. Does find grapple. Master out the entrance of the frigate. Looks like we get a crash-like climb here from MetroidMaster 2. Oh, barely getting the backup with morphing, but not rolling far up enough far enough. I mean, I doubt that visorless essence will be happening for MetroidMaster, because that X-ray visor is gonna be on the way to boost ball. And right now it looks like MetroidMaster does not want to finish without boost ball. Although, I mean, if you go for crossway now, I feel like you could have attempted this way earlier. Like, this might just be great tree chamber here for MetroidMaster. Drieky coming across that wave buster. And looks like MetroidMaster is going for Great Tree Chamber. Which, for all we know, could have thermal. And meanwhile, Drieky is going over to Crossway, so will be able to pick up that artifact that MetroidMaster was not able to get just yet. But granted, Drieky also has boost, so can do it the vanilla way or a few other ways. Looks like it's still another one. And that looked like nothing of importance in Great Tree Chamber. So what now? MetroidMaster not going for bar skip, which would be a way to get back into early mines. But if you do bar skip, I assume you would probably also be confident enough in trying to get crossway without boost. But that might just be me. There's artifact number 4 for Drieky. Just needs to get that Tower of Light artifact and the artifact from Biohazard Containment. Which Gravity is in Main Quarry. And also needs that find that Phazon suit that I cannot quite remember anymore where it actually was. It was not in Mines. Oh right, it was in Training Chamber Access. And Drieky is gonna go back for Life Growth. And MetroidMaster is now attempting to do Crossway without boost. So probably was still looking for Gravity to get Biohazard Containment before attempting this. And gets it first try, nicely done. But if you do this, you definitely could have done this earlier. Like, that is probably something to ask for the interview. Why not attempt Crossway the first time you were here? Maybe just simply forgot, who knows. The power bomb expansion here and Great Tree Chamber. Now MetroidMaster will be able to safe warp out, go fight Ridley. And then be a bit annoyed by not having a visor. And has no boost for Ridley too. Oh, this is, yeah. Like, I mean, there are a lot of lot of definitions of fun. I don't think this is one of them. Which also, by this point, where's Thermal? Does it have to be here now on the artifact check? Oh, no, there's plasma processing. And there's the second check in Elite Research. Huh. And Phaserman. He didn't decide to know. So, 3 checks to where Furman could be. And Drieky is attempting bar skip here. I mean, we know it's the correct decision. In a way, if you can do it. But I kind of feel that there is, especially with having found Grapple right now and not having done training chamber access, or magma pool training chamber access yet, and there being an artifact and power applied that Drieky has not picked up yet. I feel like it might have been better to just go for it, but that's also a bit influenced by knowing that Phazon Suit is over NTCA. On the other hand, Drieky could do training. Oh, Drieky gets it though. Unfortunately falling down, so he will not be able to open up the door. This will lead Drieky to their gravity suit, which will put them into go mode. Unfortunately does not know though where Phazon Suit is, so we'll have to deliberately again go pick up that Phazon Suit, which by this point shouldn't be that hard to spot because Drieky has done everything on Chozo or in Chozo except for Magma training team. So it's just those 3 checks and nothing else. So Drieky will have to wait. But that simple act of just going bang there will take a lot of fun. Having to do the fun fight that is currently without boost ball. And big letters. And Drieky not checking main quarry first after having fallen down. Going to check security access. Or another E-Tank. Only E-Tank number 6, so Drieky probably not too unhappy about that yet. Especially given that Phazon has not been found. Playing somewhat nice in the last phase. Phase, except for now starting to dash. Take another nice knife from MetroidMaster. Oh, slightly too late on that super. And gets an invisibility phase out. Oh, that's mean. Come on, Ridley. Drieky is picking up that gravity suit. MetroidMaster has successfully dispatched of Ridley. Drieky immediately turning. Oh, no. Taking the save. Drieky? Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this. I would just go do backwards Frigateer. I mean, nope, going to pick up that Chozo artifact first. I mean, Drieky has not found Phazon suit yet, so but where's Drieky going? Okay. Probably the Tower of Light just wants to check out Bookcase and our chamber. Which, I mean, yeah, Drieky's still looking for Phazon, so I guess it makes sense. I still probably would have decided to use backward frigate for the artifact. And then you have the safe station out of cargo freighter anyway. And then you can go collect that artifact. Chozo. Which, I mean, by this point, Drieky is probably, should probably just go clean up Magma Pool and Phazon Chamber anyway, because there's not much left. And the only two hints you realistically can get at this point for Drieky are Phazon Mines and Chozo. In which you're right here in Chozo, might as well clean that up. And if it's not Phazon, you pretty much know where it is, where it's gonna be. I feel like at this point for Drieky, playing towards the him actually doesn't make that much sense anymore. So realistically, there is not much that you are able to do with Phazon. Kind of interesting to see how many stand numbers and how many different variants there are for Rune Shrine. Meantime, MetroidMaster not having ice produce, so ice space a bit annoying, but making good work of Exo. Even getting nice additional ice from here and the super. Just very, very good Exo card here. Going down. Power chamber first. For an additional E-tank. Oh, MetroidMaster getting hit by one of the plasma shots from Exo. Down to 5 tanks and knowing that there's a vital essence fight coming up, health can start to be a concern. Try and go for the power plant. Right there. Gets the climb. And gets artifact number 5. So only biohazard containment left for Drieky. But MetroidMaster has dealt with Exo, so only essence fights. That 40 tanks still. We might get a bit of heal for the space. At the start of the battle. Get that immediately for the 100 drop. And Drieky is indeed gonna clean up the rest of Chozo, so we'll be finding that phase on field. MetroidMaster now has to deal with an essence that will not be visible for most of the fight. Let's see if that does become a factor in this race. Drieky has still quite a bit of catching up. Right. I don't quite remember if MetroidMaster saves after doing the feed, or they were probably well advised to do so. But I'm pretty sure MetroidMaster has enough time to take at least one essence step before Drieky has caught up. MetroidMaster is deciding to play it safe for now. Identify the route. Will be entering the first combat by the phase. We go for full cancels. It looks like attack cancels. Or animation cancels rather. Or however that is named. I am not correct. Was a solid combat phase, so now has to deal with the Metroids that come out. I mean, if you're just gonna spam the pool anyway, you might as well deal with the Metroids, or the current Metroids with the beam. Yeah. Maybe conserve a power bomb or two, don't spend them too early. Might need them for the later phases. But it's just small stuff. And I mean, we do have 5 power bombs, so probably 25. As long as you don't get full skills. I think that ultimate be terrible. I mean, guess it's not gonna be in the combat phase, or it's not gonna be the combat pool. Got a little damage in, but definitely wants to fight that route now. Because you do not want to risk this pool getting skipped, this upcoming pool. That is the combat phase. Let's find the route now. Probably do safe. It's good. on the way to go get the biohazard container. Gonna go through the front. So we need to find all these conduits. Second combat phase with the MetroidMaster, looking very solid. Getting to about 1/3 health range. Yeah, one more combat pool should be doable for MetroidMaster. Has exactly 400 health left at the moment, so no immediate danger of dying. Only one power bomb left though, so you might not want to spend it for this pool. Gets a little bit of damage in though. But now there's going to be fish Metroids spawning and we don't have power bombs anymore. So this can maybe get a bit now. I definitely would have liked to see MetroidMaster maybe concept 1 or 2 power bombs more for this concept fight. But that's just me. It's just a small thing. If you are able to lock down, I think, or just do this, it's fine, probably. Okay, Drieky in biohazard containment. Has already picked up the ultimate? Or still in some bundle? There's that last pool. This will be a combat phase, so MetroidMaster should be able to see where it is. Just unload into essence. That should be it. Yep, that is the finish for MetroidMaster. With an official time of 1 hour 50, or with a race time of 1 hour 57 minutes and 4 seconds. GG. Just as Drieky has reached the save station. And we do have MetroidMaster here now with us for an interview. GG.
Oh, hello, GG. Oh, my lord, that was scary.
Yeah, it was certainly something. Tell us a bit about you, how you felt the seat, especially given that yeah, the artifacts were in not the nicest places.
Yeah, so funny enough, originally I was like, okay, well, if I find my gravity and boost, I could do crossway and then frigate, and then I realized, oh, it's almost expect me to do frigate in reverse because of where I found my gravity suit at. Speaking of which, I'm about to find out where my boost was, because I would very much have liked to know where, yeah, I would very much like to know where that was.
I mean, we do know where it is because Drieky has found it.
Fungal Hall Axis, so it was in deep mines.
Yep. With an X-ray just being in Central Dynamo, so right before where you would need it.
That's wild. And honestly, like, I was scared because I had never done visorless Prime. So I was just like, I'm just gonna try my best and hope that I could definitely tell, like, some routing issues that I had. Like, I probably went into some places that I didn't really need to. But the way that the logic was kind of pointing me at, I was like, okay, there's got to be stuff here, here, or here, and it just did not appear.
I mean, it was somewhat interesting. You definitely had a better route throughout most things, I'd say. There were some spots where Drieky took different decisions. I mean, up until I want to say Plasma.
Right.
We were kind of funneled into doing similar things, which somewhat, or with some minor differences early on, Drieky went for Ruin Shrine way earlier than you, so I had actually Spider Ball for Upper Dynamo already. And
Right.
because of that Super Missile location, decided to go back for the tree, Gallery Tunnel, and Plant and Ghosts before even picking up Vario.
Yeah, and turned out
So-
Plant was not really a play that I needed to do either.
Yeah, it definitely looked like Plant would have something.
It
Early
seems like it, especially, I was like, well, at least I get to do Plant in reverse, which is always fun to show off.
Yeah.
But yeah, just where I ended up getting funneled to, and then I was like, as soon as I found Plasma, I was like, well, I already know where my ice is, so I might as well go back immediately and grab that.
Yeah. Is I think the smartest thing you can do in that position, because
Yeah.
with not having ice, you basically lock yourself out of half the seat at that point. And there were
Right.
really, what was there available else that was logic? Not. I mean, we would have had grapple with ice, so actually there was not really much. I think there was. Was there anything? I don't think so at that point. So, I mean, you could have obviously done Observatory Dash, which Drieky
Right.
did after going back for Ice 2.
Yeah,
So
I was definitely not confident in doing my Observatory Dash, so as soon as I took a look at that one item, I was like, no, I need to back out and go back to where I was going. And honestly, it probably ended up being at my benefit, because it didn't seem like there was much in labs to begin with.
Nope, there wasn't anything else.
So basically, as soon as I got that one, I was like, okay, I think I'm good. Still not sure where exactly Drieky is right now. I guess I
Fighting
should
Exo.
Fighting Exo, okay. So
Yeah,
I actually had a good ways ahead.
Yeah, there was the thing that Drieky did after getting the plasma. Drieky did quite a few things different than you. One thing was actually doing labs with Observatory Dash. Took a bit on there, but eventually got it.
Right.
Then also went into Far Fen and the Tartarus first. So that was 2 there, but then did Far Fen, including Storage and Security Cave, which I do think you left behind because you did not really feel comfortable with getting up there without grapple, I guess.
Well, yeah, I didn't have my grapple beam and I didn't have gravity suit, so after a while I was just like, well, I would only be able to check the one thing, really, and then I would be locked, so I was like, no, I need to go back and pivot, and basically I had left that pivot save in Magmore as a just in case. What I feel like I should have done, though, was instead of trying to go back, was to just start mines, really. Although I did feel like I got really lucky with finding my Phazon suit location. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh no, my mines is now completely open.
Yeah, that also kinda was to your benefit, which, I mean, honestly, in the end, with how Drieky played, it probably didn't factor too much in, because Drieky also never had to go for the hints. Drieky's last artifact was the Tower of Light one, but by that point Drieky had basically cleared all of lower mines, which was the other big difference between you two.
Yeah, I usually try, usually if I can, I try to get my hints early so that I could keep track of where all my stuff is and how I want to route stuff. The sooner that I have my hints, the easier it is for me to try to route stuff in. And I kind of wish I had gone for my hints a little bit earlier than I did. But normally I would say, I'm just like, oh, we'll just go into Chosen check stuff. I was like, wait a minute, I have missiles. I might as well go check my hints. and see where my stuff is.
But I think there's one big question that at least I and probably all, most of our viewers have for you. When you went for Far Chosen first for Elder Chamber, you did not try to get that crossway item.
I was very not confident in that crossway trick.
Okay.
I literally, where I was going, I was almost like, when I got to crossway, I was in, honestly, somewhat of a panic, because I'm like, look, the way that I have this routed, I have to go for this trick now. Otherwise, I'm just going to be searching all game for my boost ball, and that's probably going to cost me the race.
Which, for the most part, it kind of looked like that could be the case, because, again, when you were first there for going Hall of the Elders, you could have gotten that artifact there, and Drieky showed off, or Drieky went there very, very late, and with doing lower mines, which you never had access to, spend a lot of time. But
right,
yeah, that crossway artifact definitely could have been a big factor.
Oh yeah, no, like, and honestly, if you had been watching on my stream, just the look of hype on my face when I got that trick first try, even though I was dead scared I was going to miss it. Like, as soon as I got it, I like popped off a little bit getting that, because I have never gotten that trick before, and here I am getting it first try in a race.
Yep.
I
mean, for us, we obviously on the restream do not have that cam available, so we couldn't quite see that reaction. So from our perspective, it looked just like a very, very solid execution of a trick you probably were able to do quite confidently. So,
I seriously just did not have the confidence in it. I was just like, I have to try this, and I have to see if I can get it, because if I cannot get it, I'm going to lose this race. So I just ended up somehow getting it, and then just had my scary moments realizing as I'm getting into EXO, oh, I don't have any of my visors. What do? And eventually it just came into, okay, well, I'm going to go into this fight, get whatever damage I can in, and then just search for the standable route to try to get Essence to drop the pool faster. Like, I didn't really know any of, like, the good strats for doing visorless otherwise, or for, like, being able to find EXO, so I just did the best that I could with what I knew. And it somehow ended up working out in my favor.
Yeah, one small thing with that is that I personally would maybe tell you that you could think or pay attention to. You spent all your power bombs very early.
Right.
And then there was the last phase where the fission Metroids were actually came out and we were out of power bombs. So, given that you were intending to just spend your pools anyway, I would probably have preferred to see you at least on the one or two of the earlier phases with the easier Metroids, just spend a pool on them first.
Right.
And conserve a power bomb or two more for the fission Metroids, so when the actual combat phase comes up, you can get rid of the fission Metroids with a power bomb.
Yeah, it would have made it a lot easier. And then as soon as I knew that it was like low health, at the next phase, I just let it have it.
Yeah, just on that. So I mean, you pretty much played it about as safe as you should have at that point, probably.
Oh yeah, especially with like the low health. I had only like 4 E-tanks, so I'm like, no, I need to conserve my health as best as I can. Because I have seen people die on visorless Essence, so I just like, no, the safer that I could play it, the better off, because if I die, that could also cost me the race.
Yep, that definitely could have. I mean, Drieky has finished now with the time of 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 43 seconds, so about 10 minutes. That is a... yeah, you could have probably died once and still had enough time. If you
I feel like I could have had enough time to like go find my boost at that point, but even then,
I mean, with that, it's hard to say because you don't exactly know where it is. obviously, you had not much left, but
Yeah.
you still need to get there and then get out. And
Yeah.
you don't know that.
It definitely went in a very interesting way. So, but that being said, I'm actually decently happy with how I performed. Like, I could have made some small improvements, but otherwise, I feel like I did pretty darn well with it.
And we do have a Drieky now with us to hear. GG, Drieky.
Hey, GG.
GG.
Great.
So not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I was getting dead scared by the end of the seed. Because I ended up so originally I was thinking, okay, well, if I can find my boost and my gravity, then I'll do Crossway first and then do Frigate. And then the way the game played out, when I found my gravity in Phase on Mines, I was like, oh no, the game is expecting me to do Frigate backwards and then do Crossway. And I hadn't found my boost. So I was just like, I'm going to try this Crossway trick that the mentors have been trying to teach me. I had not ever done it before. Like, every time that they were trying to teach me, I wasn't able to get it. And I'm like, if I miss this, I could lose the race. And then I get it first try. I like
GG.
popped off. So immediately I was just like, get to the nearest safe room, save warp back. And I guess I'm just doing boostless Meta Ridley and visorless Essence, which visorless Essence also had me like very scared because I've never done visorless Essence and I do not like it at all.
Can understand, yeah. Yeah, no, for me, I got, I think you got told what my routine was, but yeah, I got speed and the X-ray visor early on. At least earlier. Yeah, I was just searching for my gravity and yeah, just got it pretty late.
Yeah, so originally I had wanted to go to Tower of Light later because I knew that there was an artifact there because I had gotten my hints. So I was like, oh, I could just do the, I guess the gallery or what have you on the way to Tower of Light, clear the rest of that. But for whatever reason, I was like, you know what? Let me just go check. I'll go peek it. Once I saw the spider ball, I was like, oh no, I have to get that now. So I was like trying to hold off on it, but at the same time, I was like, something's got to be there.
I mean, there's the 3 items in Run Shrine. They are quite often way earlier in Logic than Tower of Light. So I feel like holding off on it, especially if you get bombs, blade jump, and missiles early, but don't have barrier yet. It feels like risky to try
just
to
a
leave
bit.
that for Tower of Light. Like, sometimes it works out that way, but I feel like more often than not, it's just safer to get those 3 items and see from there.
Right.
But, yeah. I mean, again, probably the big decision points that decided this race were after Plasma, and especially then after you both kind of found your way into Mines, you both went different directions, which I mean also made kind of sense a bit more for MetroidMaster having that grapple. So that obviously allowed you to go up for Storage Depot B very easily and stuff. So that's definitely would disincentivize Drieky from going up there.
Right.
Yeah, that's the main reason when I didn't really wanted to go onto Upper Mine first. It was the grapple and also no speed boot and you're nothing. So I was like, yeah, let's go, but I can do a bunch of things at bottom until the power bomb checks. After this, I can just save warp and go to Upper Mine maybe after. And you got 6 rays, so you're like, okay, I'm going to finish this this thing. And yeah, nothing after, so
Nothing
Right.
in lower mines. Not even thermo. That was an elite research behind the boost ball check. So, MetroidMaster, you were close to a visor, but were not able to get it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
there were definitely some interesting times on that, and like I probably could have gone into lower mines. Like I was partially thinking of it, but I was also like, well, usually my loop is upper mines. As once I got that gravity, I was like, maybe I just need to go rush the rest of my artifacts and hope that boost ball was on somewhere on the way, but it ended up not being.
I mean, without X-ray, I feel like even if you don't have boost, upper mines is probably the better choice in the seat for you, at least MetroidMaster with that grapple. Because if you get crossway without boost, then you really only need to find gravity. And I think if you go to frigate from the front, you can even do it gravity-less.
Right.
I'm pretty sure the logic can expect you to go through frigate without gravity forward. You would logically need thermal for it, but I'm pretty sure the logic expects you to be able to get 2 mines through the frigate.
Right.
Like, not backwards. Backwards definitely needs gravity. But from the front would have been able, it's maybe expected. I'm not sure. But yeah, this was basically with the biohazard containment and crossway artifacts. These were kind of the big questions of the seed. If either of you would have been able to get crossway without boost or biohazard containment without gravity and get out, especially without gravity out of frigate, then this race could have been very, very, very different.
Right.
But the way it played out, then the decision to go upper mines and find gravity there basically was the winning play.
Right.
Which Drieky, I'm not sure if you can do crossway without boost ball or get that artifact without boost ball or without spider.
I never tried, so probably not. I saw it, and yeah, I had too much to learn to focus on those tricks for now.
Yeah, okay. Then your decisions definitely make a lot more sense the way you did it. Otherwise, given where the artifact were in Chozo, I would have probably preferred you to go to far Chozo with a frigate climb earlier. Not necessarily go into mines from Farfen. But yeah, if you are not confident in getting that artifact, then I can see maybe trying finding boost ball first, which in the end you did, but
yeah, I really didn't expect it to be able to do it, so I was like, I'm not even considering it. I will search for boost ball and gravity and everything because I know I was able to learn a couple tricks, but just I'm just too new to the game for now.
Yeah, I mean that's absolutely fair, and I mean you still play pretty solid for that. It was just that the seeds kind of wanted maybe you to do stuff that you were just not able to come around to learn just yet.
Yeah, I mean, first the past weeks I was mostly learning simple stuff like just the routing because I didn't know how properly go one way to another. If I knew a check was, for example, in mines, 2 weeks ago, I had no idea how to get there. I had to ask the mentor to get me on the route. So I had more important stuff to learn more before the tricks. This kind of tricks. I learned a couple when I was able to get on the way, but yeah, I was more on the basics for now.
Right.
I mean, for the basics, it definitely looks very solid now. So, I mean, Observatory Dash is definitely not something that is obvious to learn early on.
I had so much trouble today. I don't know why, but yeah. First time I have so much problem with it.
It happens. Some
Yeah.
days it just does not really want to happen, and yeah. Fortunately for you now, this tournament is over. But are you happy with your performance and what you have learned so far?
I mean, I like to reconsider 2 months ago when we started. I didn't know even the most of the vanilla games, so I'm really happy with what I got from the tournament. It was definitely the goal. Next goal is also I want to learn about Metroid, about Echoes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
another time out, I'm probably going to focus a little on this too.
I mean, I have heard some talks there that it is something that might be considered at some point, but it does not seem likely that it will be anytime soon. For now, at least.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right on, right on.
I will go on my way for this.
But yeah, I think that is pretty much everything I have to say for this race. I mean, MetroidMaster, you will be moving on in the lower bracket now.
Hey.
Challenge load faster, please. You will be facing the loser of, which is it? Hexaplex versus Multi-Dark Samus, if I can read this bracket correctly.
So that should be one of the later matches this week, yeah?
Yep, that is set for Saturday 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to watch who we see our next opponent can be, that's the match to watch. But there is more mentor tournament races coming today. One coming up in about 1.5 hours here on SpeedGaming main, Reed Whaley versus Ivy Paw. Reed being one of the tournament organizers, being responsible for some of the horrible stuff that we have seen so far. So if you want to see them suffer, that's maybe your chance. And there will be one more race happening later today at 10 p.m. Eastern with Regis Mansion versus Hawk. That will be on SpeedGaming too. But I think that's everything from me for this race. If you have not done so, you can leave the runners a follow. The links have been posted into the chat. I'm sure they would appreciate you that and like to see you show up. Or yeah, be around when they do more of races.
Yeah, I was going to have a good time.
Yep. Yeah, but any final words you want to leave us with?
Well, here's hoping that I can keep on improving and be able to claw my way back up from the losers bracket. But with that, GG's, and I will see you all next mission.
See you next mission.